This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Stick around to the end of the video to see how Skillshare can help you in aviation.
Orlando Executive Tower, disinformation, Quebec, 1153 Zulu observation. Wind calm, visibility 10, sky clear.
So you've got everything done really early, so you're ahead of everything. You're all done. The check ride isn't going to be too heavy on the instrument stuff. You'll have to learn how to play with a VOR, okay, which is at 112.2 now, so if we change this to VLOC, center that with a 2 indication to the Orlando VOR. So you've got the 2, you're just waiting for that needle to come in. So what heading is that?
90 something.
90 something, like a 100 around there. So it's basically saying that you're on the, let's say, 280 radial, because we're this side of the VOR. We're on the 280 side heading towards it. And to head towards it, it's this heading.
So we would just change our heading to match.
Exactly,
right
exactly, yeah, and that would be it. So if you wanted to, let's say, intercept this radial, so the 290 radial, this goes off to the left side. So what would that, exactly, you got to go that way to intercept. You usually give yourself like a 30-degree intercept.
Okay. So
30 degrees from this heading, and hold that heading until this centers, and then center it up, your aircraft up on this heading, and you'll fly towards the VOR.
Okay.
That's as simple as that is. So beam the numbers, 1700, 1 notch of flaps. What airspeed are we looking for?
On the landing, for the 65.
So that's for final. On a downwind, beam the numbers, 1700, 1 notch, airspeed 80.
Okay.
Base, 2 notches of flaps, 75.
And then 65.
Final, 65, 3 notches of flaps. Nice nose towards the runway, bring it low enough, power idle. Grease it in. I'll cry with happiness.
We're going to enter 40 degrees on the downwind.
Yeah, 45 degrees.
45 degrees.
This heading right now is pretty good because it gets you, and then the runway's going that way.
Right.
So right downwind, right base, final.
Should we bring her down a pattern altitude?
Oh, you can do. What is traffic pattern altitude?
11, 13.
Cool. Let's say the elevation was 500 feet. What would traffic pattern altitude be?
1,000 feet above it, so 1,500.
1,500, cool.
November 32042, number 2 Skyhawk, 1.5 mile final, runway 25. Clear touch and go. After touch and go, make right close traffic.
Right close traffic after touch and go, runway 25, 32042.
Just watch that altitude.
Oh, we don't want to start the descent yet?
Level it off. We're already at below traffic pattern altitude, right? So, very nice. So just let's focus on getting that altitude for the traffic pattern. 2,000 RPM is probably a little bit low. That's why.
Alright. When we're beaming the numbers, first notch, right?
Yep. So 1700 first. So we want to start slowing it down. We're already below the white arc, so.
Echo 294, expect captain.
And now start the descent.
Start the descent. You can just, the nose as it is right now is keeping you around 80 knots. It's not that much of a push down. With the second notch of flaps, it's a little bit more. You need to kind of trim a little bit more. But this is nice. Keep it nice, symmetrical. Looking good, always looking around.
Kind of cool to be close to all these big planes. Like
Yeah.
Southwest jet going in.
Yep. Cool, man. 80 knots, perfect. So nice space turn right now is good. You kind of look back 45 degrees behind us. I don't like doing long drawn out patterns. I like keep it nice and close. Because if we're extending, it's extending everybody else.
Tower Skyhawk 107 Mike 0.
What are those 4 white lights telling you?
We're above the glide
We're
slope.
above the glide slope. Throw your third notch of flaps in there. Let's see if we can get it down to 65 knots.
Last notch?
Yeah, last notch. Because airspeed's at 80, we're coming over the lake, we kind of really want to start slowing it down, getting it to that 65. And as long as we can nail the airspeed, coming over the runway, we don't have to look at that airspeed again. So there's your 65, perfect. Now it's power control to be able to play with your altitude. Just keeping the pitch to keep that 65, it's looking beautiful. Like this view here is exactly what you want every time. And if you feel yourself start to drop, like you're dropping a little bit there, just increase a little bit of power. Just a little bit of power is going to arrest the descent just a little bit. There you go. See how it kind of stops the descent? So you keep bringing it down, bring that nose down just a touch. There you go. Right rudder keeping it on the centre line. There you go, keep it coming down, keep it coming down. There you go, power, idle, and hold the nose up to the end of the runway. A little bit of a balloon, add a little bit of power.
A little rough. Alright, so we'll clean this up.
And full power. And as you're doing it, just on the centre line. Welcome back to the sky.
I gotta clean that up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
November 042, if able, start the crosswind now, please.
Crosswind, 32042.
November 042, number 1, runway 25, clear touch and go.
32042, clear touch and go. Runway 25.
I like how on this one you're referencing the runway.
Yeah.
The runway you're referencing, that's good. It's a ground reference manoeuvre, you know. That's all it is.
Just maintain
Start
VFR
reducing.
out of below 800 and just follow the 408 eastbound.
What's the other answer?
1700 on the RPM, bring that back, bring that back. Want to start you getting a feel for what we want to feel on these, so 1 notch of flaps. And I'll tell you what, get 2 notches of flaps in, put your second in now, turn base, and let's really drop this aircraft down. So we're coming in a little bit shorter than we were before. That's going to allow on final for you to have a steeper approach angle. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Try and drop that speed to 75 if we can. There you go. Cool. So I know we're high, but better to be high than to be too low. So when you're on the final, you can get that 3rd notch in. Cool. Go for it. So now we're high, so you can reduce the power. It's going to help you bring the altitude down, but also it's going to help you maintain speed because you've got to play with the pitch a little bit, right? So you see how much of a steeper angle we've got, which looks better to me. This looks beautiful. This is a really nice angle. Really, really nice angle. So we're coming down, we're still a little bit high, so that power's out still. As you start to come low, you see the reds coming in. You can add just a little bit of power.
November 3,
It's going to help you maintain. As you do that, you're going to have to keep the nose down a little bit to maintain airspeed. Just a little bit more power. A little bit more power. There you go. So you keep that nose down, and then as you're coming over the runway, power idle, hold it back, nice rudder control.
Navigation.
Alright, we'll do that. We'll work on
That, you kind of pushed it a little bit. You're trying to force it down.
Yeah.
That's all that was. We go again.
We go again. At least we're doing that.
Exactly, yep. We're getting a feel for it, man. That's why landings are the most difficult part of what we do, because the conditions change, traffic changes, you know, the instructions can change, runway lengths, runway widths change, so it all looks different.
November 32042, follow the Pilatus, number 2, runway 25, cleared touch and go. After completion of touch and go, make right traffic.
Like full stop, please, 042.
042, runway 25, clear to land, number 2.
Clear to land, 042.
Alright,
cool, man.
runway 25,
Let's do the procedure. 17, 1 notch.
Flight in 250, runway 25, contact departure on 119.4, good day.
Yep.
194, heading 250, contact whiskey.
What speed are we looking for on base?
And exact tower,
75. 75.
Your
Yeah.
Yankees reporting 5 northwest, as advised.
80 Yankee, thank you, sir. Continue inbound.
Cool, man.
733,
Second
continuing
notch
inbound
in.
for the 45.
75. Actually, hold the base. Hold the base for now.
And 80 Yankee, if you'd like to just go direct to the right base, you'll still be number 3. That'll be
Beautiful.
fine.
75.
We'll head to the right base, 25, 738.
Now we can turn final.
Secondary tower, Cherokee 825 to Echo is 8 miles east, inbound for
Beautiful,
Cherokee
landing.
beautiful.
8252 Echo Orlando.
So you're in a nice position for this,
Intercept the 5 miles straight in.
This final. He is busy now.
Prime northbound to
So we're holding
Fast,
8,
right?
yeah, exactly, a little bit fast, so we'll start reducing that and bring that power way back. That's going to drop your altitude, but it's also going to allow you to pull back a little bit so we're not gaining too much, so just pull back just a touch. There you go, right, that's fine. Perfect. Now we can go eyes outside, let's be nice and loose on the rudders.
November 55296 Atlantic Tower, hold
Yeah,
short,
there you go, just a little bit of power, nice and stable. This is the stabilisation that we want. This is exactly what we want. We don't need to look at the airspeed anymore, we're golden on airspeed, so it's just about transitioning. So you can go power idle, Slowly bring the nose back and just hold it to the end of the runway. Just a little bit of power for the balloon. And now you're back into another position where you can put it down.
Executive Tower.
Not bad.
Roger,
Not bad.
Inbound. Fly Preston.
Yeah, there was a little bit of stabilisation. There is a little bit of balloon on each of the landings because the transition is too fast.
Okay.
It's too fast. Nice and easy, just bringing that nose up to the end of the runway. Nice and easy. We'll work on it next time. Yep. But that's it really. That's it really. We just need to a little bit of focus on the airspeeds in the pattern, and that's it. None of the landings were bad landings per se. They can be smoother, of course.
Right.
But it's just getting those things worked out. How do you feel?
Good. To do that many of them too.
Yeah, exactly. We got the stalls. We got the steep turns, we got the emergency procedures, all good stuff as well. You know, we got out of the airport, back into the airport, no issue, and worked on some landings, so it's good session.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
This video is sponsored by Skillshare. We're all busy people. We all go to work, but we also all like to play. Some of us like to play while we're at work. But the thing about everybody as well, there's always that curiosity itch that you want to scratch. Always something that bites at you that says, you know, I want to do something new. Skillshare is here to help you with that. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. It's a place for you to learn something new or grow a particular skill that you already possess. Skillshare classes include a combination of video lessons and a class project, with many of them being under 60 minutes, which that means, regardless of how much work you're doing, or how much playing you're doing, or how much playing you're doing at work, Skillshare can fit your schedule. There are literally thousands of inspiring classes for you to choose from. Topics can include illustration, design, photography, video editing, and look, it doesn't just include the topics that I said, it also includes aviation, which is why we're all here. So what have I been up to this month on Skillshare? Well, I've been taking Howard Forder's advanced Learn to Fly course. He's got a first set of lessons that is the basic core, you know, Learn to Fly course. You've never flown an aeroplane before, and he uses Flight Simulator for it, which is great because he sits there and he teaches you stuff using the sim. And this Learn to Fly an Aeroplane Advanced course teaches you the advanced stuff, which takes you into instrument training and flying other aeroplanes, which is absolutely perfect. Because I tell you what, in my instrument training, I use Flight Simulator so much to hone in on my procedures, on my instrument approach procedures. The first 1,000 of my subscribers that click the link in the description will get a 2-month free trial to premium membership of Skillshare. Scratch that curiosity itch. It's free.